When we do work in different countries, you have to deal with different people of different backgrounds, of different cultures, different way of doing work, different way of communicating, and so on and so forth. When we embark on the lab, usually there's a lot of distrust amongst the participants, maybe amongst the stakeholders as well, seeing that where is this going to lead us.
Generally, when you talk about change or transformation, the first thing that you need to do is get the commitment of the leadership. It's a top-down approach when it comes to change or transformation. So when we do things differently, a transformation way of doing things, right? And when the outcome is significant, when you start showing that investment has increased, and this investment increased not because of PEMANDU, the minister has put in an effort, this director has put in this effort. So when you acknowledge them often, right, this is where you get your buy-in.
Especially when you come into a country, you meet with different politicians, you meet with different authorities. So it's really important to, one, have a strong point of view in terms of how things are done. Two is, of course, demonstrate the credibility that we have, that we carry with ourselves, having done it in other parts of the country or other parts of the world. Third, again, is just being convincing that we know what we're doing and that this whole journey is not just about us, it's about everyone as well. PEMANDU itself, we were part of a delivery unit for the government of Malaysia. We work closely with private sector players, and of course we work closely with the government. That's one. The second one is, of course, our 8-step BFR methodology. So that methodology ensures that the work that we do, or the approach that's about to be undertaken, is transparent, is results-oriented, and most importantly, there's accountability. So it's not just purely talk, but people will be accountable. So the 8-step BFR methodology, especially if you go from steps 1 to steps 8, covers all 3 of those elements.
So every week there is a report that is expected from the ground up, and on a quarterly and biannual basis, then you have a review in totality of where you are with regards to the progress of your target.
An example, in Oman, when we set up the delivery unit under the Ministry of Demand, so we went in, came up with a secondment program, we came up with our own case study, and we helped the delivery unit to second people from the private sectors to be part of the delivery unit for a period of 1 to 2 years. At the same time, on a monthly basis, we will get the commitment from the ministers along with the project owners to discuss on project-specific issues. So by doing this continuously, we will see that a lot of projects will move, you can fast-track a lot of projects.
So even though you've come up with a solution, you've identified what your KPIs are, those KPIs may not necessarily have to be set in stone. You can go back and see, because of external factors that were unforeseen, you could go back to the drawing board and come up with a new set of KPIs.
Because at the end of it, transformative work is not just based on a single way of working, it is a recursive process that you're looking at constantly improving, and how do you do things differently if there is a faster, better way, more efficient way to do things, because at the end of it, it's all about the goal itself, trying to deliver that goal.
As you move forward and as everyone comes together and you have a productive session and you start seeing real results, you create and you develop a bond with all these people, with your stakeholders, with the private sector players, for instance. And what that does is it brings confidence to the whole system again.
In transformation, what happens is when you do a change, when people come and tell you thanks, right? They say, "Oh, thank you, Ram. Thank you for doing this." The satisfaction is immense. You can't explain how satisfied you will be. Right, my son is a special child, right? You need to be very structured in that manner for him to outgrow his disorder and so on, right? When I start doing the planning, when I come up with a detailed plan, when I say, okay, Monday you go here, Monday you do this, so it does benefit the family.